Okay, so uh, today we'll discuss ordinary family of boards for Internet of Things. Uh, in yesterday's class and day before yesterday's class, we had discussed about what is IoT and particularly one application on IoT, complete full application. So we have seen that. But now to make such kind of applications uh, on IoT, what hardware we need actually? Okay, basically, first for Internet of Things. Internet of Things means we yesterday also we were discussed that internet. I mean interconnection of devices. Things means can be anything like devices or software, right? It need not be only computers and mobile phones, right? So here we'll be discussing about the hard device which enables the IoT, right? So here a lot of devices are there, but actually two kinds of devices, I mean, can be used, I mean, uh, in very high extent. That is Arduino and Raspberry Pi. So before going into session, because see our these sessions actually continue like around 35 sessions. Okay, so this is kind of information for all you people. So I am going to conduct these IoT classes more than 35 hours, 35 sessions, right? Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I'm like 12, 13, 14, 14 I have not got sessions, but 15 onwards, 15 to 30, each day 2 sessions, morning one session, afternoon session is there, right? So I'll let you know the timings and all clearly later. So in these 30 sessions, more than 30 sessions, we'll be discussing about IoT in all the aspects, about hardware, software, and different kinds of hardwares available, and with those hardwares the compatible softwares, right? Everything. And like some hands-on session also, like because you people may not having like these kind of devices, but I am having those things. So I'll be connecting here and I'll be showing you, so that latter part you can like after lockdown you can just go through those devices and you can make on your own such kind of applications, right? So before starting the session, before actually in IoT means Internet of Things, and here things means we need to have main hard device, main device, which will be going to connect like all like kind of sensors, kind of softwares together, and which will enable a particular application, which will give us a particular application. And that application can be like we can I can say simple thing, one simple statement. This IoT enables us the utility of science in daily life. Utility of science in daily life. That means you can make anything which uses which can make, I mean make you easy of doing, right? So here some people who are from northern states, Hindi also join. So for them in between I'll be I mean talking in little bit Hindi also. Okay, so in day to day life, to make our life simple, so for that IoT is the basic thing actually, right? We can construct any IoT application on that. So before this, first I'll let you know two basic things. Arduino and Raspberry Pi are two hard devices, hard kind devices actually. These two are main central devices of any application, anything which you make on IoT, or if you want to make any IoT thing, then Arduino or Raspberry Pi? First, in simple words, I'll tell you what is Arduino, what is Raspberry Pi. Whether if anyone, whether you ask that, sir, हमें Arduino use करना चाहिए या Raspberry Pi use करना चाहिए? Means whether we need to go for Arduino or Raspberry Pi. Here, your application decides whether you need to opt for Arduino or need to go for Raspberry Pi. Then how you decide, like, so what kind of applications demands Arduino and what kind of applications demands Raspberry Pi? Again, see, in simple words, I'm not making here anything complicated. In simple words, Arduino means any job which is repeatedly done. कोई भी काम को repeatedly, बार बार उसी काम को करने के लिए, for example, like getting of sensor data and transmitting it to cloud. Sir, we have not understood this properly. Again, one more example. Weighing machine. पता है ना, काटा, like sabji kata, right? In which we measure weight of sabji kind of thing and everything, right? In that, if we have, with load cell, here load cell is the end device. The load cell which measures the weight, and that load cell, it is connected to your Arduino Uno or any Arduino board. If it is connected to Arduino board, suppose, then when you keep some weight on load cell, then that load, because when some load is kept on load cell, when some weight is kept on load cell, accordingly certain voltage it can be generated, and that voltage it is converted into digital form by your Arduino, and it will be shown in digital format or your decimal format. By using, in output, you may connect some display over there, LCD display. In LCD display, you can see what is the weight actually. And here, to do this job again and again, because sabji seller, he'll keep this one, he'll keeps on keeping some half kg, 1 kg sabji. So continuously this program, it is running same program, same job, it is repeatedly doing. So for these kind of things, Arduino, it is required. Please all please mute your calls. Please mute your session. All please mute your session. Please.
म्यूट करके रखते हैं ना सबको.
Please all mute your session. Okay. So for repeatedly. Sorry, I'm getting some disturbance here. Please, Ajju Srikanth, please mute your thing. Okay. So for repeatedly doing jobs, Arduinos need to be used, right? So based on that, we just decide what are the repeated kind of things, like repeated jobs, and which are like computer centric jobs. Like suppose, let's say, uh, sorry, let's say Raspberry Pi. What is the application of Raspberry Pi? Please all mute your calls. Please all mute your calls, please. All people are getting, I mean, disturbance because of you. Please, आप अपना कॉल म्यूट कर लीजिए, प्लीज प्लीज अपना कॉल म्यूट कर लीजिए, सबको डिस्टरबेंस हो रहा है यहाँ. Okay, so let's say certain kind of applications in which, like, what is the Raspberry Pi used then? In Raspberry Pi, the things are here the program, it is not repeatedly done actually. Instead of, like, see, in Arduino, single program can be executed multiple times repeatedly. Means single task can be repeatedly done actually in Arduino. But in Raspberry Pi, it is not like that. Here, n number of things, n number of tasks can be done according to the program, right? So, and one more thing here, Arduino, it is very cheaper compared with Raspberry Pi. Okay, and here, so how much cheaper is that? I can say one thing here. Arduino, you know, you'll be getting around 300 rupees, but in the same way, Raspberry Pi will be getting of 4 to 5,000 rupees. That is what the difference. Okay, so in many kind of applications, we'll be using, I mean, many applications like repeatedly, I mean, in many applications, tasks need to be repeatedly completed actually, repeatedly need to be done. So for those kind of things, we use Arduino. And again, what are the different Arduino boards are available actually? Then how these Arduinos, they are different from each other? Let's say we can name certain, because in coming slides we'll be going to see there are different type of Arduinos: Arduino Uno, Arduino Mega, Arduino Nano, Arduino Micro, Arduino Lilypad. So these kind of things are there. Then how they are different actually? Why they are, I mean, in so many categories actually, right? We'll see now. In Raspberry Pi also, we have a Raspberry Pi with 1 GB internal memory, 2 GB internal memory, and 4 GB internal memory, right? So we'll see now. So Arduino family, different Arduino boards. First, Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno. You can see here Arduino Uno. So here two boards are there. In above one, it is written like Arduino Uno, and in below one, you can see there Genuino Uno. So what is the difference between these two, right? So I'll tell you these things in later slides. Okay, but both the things are same. How same, and what is the why these two things are different? I'll let you know. It is general statement only. Okay, first Arduino Uno. Actually, Uno is an entry-level board. In fact, it is actually these Arduinos are designed by Arduino company based in Italy, right? And these boards are manufactured by the Arduino approved companies throughout the globe. But here, the Arduino, it's a microcontroller. So on which base microcontroller the Arduino is built actually? Means how it is given general purpose input outputs and digital, like for different things, how it is defined, right? That it is done on a particular microcontroller. So here the base microcontroller, it is Atmel AVR ATM 80 Mega 328 microcontroller board. On that actually Arduino Uno it is developed. and it is having 14 digital input outputs and 6 analog input pins. Means actually digital and analog. Do you know what is digital and what is analog here again? What is digital and why it is digital and why it is analog? Because if you see, let's say uh, uh, you are going to get the, suppose you connected one temperature sensor, or let's say soil moisture sensor. The soil moisture which is, I mean, captured by the soil moisture sensor and the sensor which is connected to Arduino board, the data it is in analog form. Data it is in analog form. Let's say we consider, we'll talk about a particular application. एक application का बारे में बात कर लेते हैं. For IoT technician, smart agriculture people. IoT टेक्नीशियन स्मार्ट एग्रीकल्चर स्टूडेंट्स का एक जनरल एप्लीकेशन क्या होगा? सॉइल मॉइस्चर का बेस करके, सॉइल मॉइस्चर के ऊपर, मतलब जमीन में जो सॉइल मॉइस्चर है, सॉइल मॉइस्चर का डेटा के ऊपर डिपेंड करके मोटर को ऑन और ऑफ करना होगा. राइट, वी नीड टू डिसाइड सर्टेन थ्रेशोल्ड पॉइंट. एक थ्रेशोल्ड पॉइंट सेट कर लेगा, वो थ्रेशोल्ड पॉइंट से कम मॉइस्चर रहने से मोटर ऑन होना चाहिए, वो थ्रेशोल्ड पॉइंट से ज्यादा रहने से मोटर ऑफ होना चाहिए. मींस मॉइस्चर ज्यादा रहने से. राइट, सो इस चीज के लिए द मॉइस्चर डेटा विच इज फ्रॉम सॉइल, लाइक विथ सॉइल सेंसर, that will be in analog form. That is the input. But in output, what you need to do here, you need to control the motor, on or off the motor. So यहां हम लोग एक relay use करते हैं. Here we use one relay, and that relay it can on or off by using the Boolean value, that is either 1 or 0. 1 or 0. So if soil moistures, soil sensors moisture it is below threshold point, then which will generate a particular voltage. In the output we'll get the 0, in output we'll get 1. जैसा मोटर ऑन हो जाएगा. 1 means high, switch on, मोटर ऑन हो जाएगा. और सॉइल मॉइस्चर सेंसर ये डिटेक्ट करेगा कि थ्रेशोल्ड से मॉइस्चर ज्यादा है. As compared with threshold, the actual moisture, soil moisture, it is greater than the threshold. Then in output, we need to get actually 0. Motor off hona chahiye. Motor it need to be off. So here output it is digital, but input it is analog only. And we need to fix on one point here. Every time outputs are always like digitals only, right? Because see, you are going to connect it to some other device, and all the devices are digital in nature, but input se jo aayega actually, see, but inputs are basically, they might be analog or sometimes it might be digital also. If input is connected as another computer or another system which generates data in digital, right? ये अपना जो अभी बात कर रहे हैं, ये बोर्ड को कोई दूसरा बोर्ड या दूसरा कंप्यूटर या दूसरा कोई डिवाइस ज्वाइन किया है, तो उसका आउटपुट जो आएगा वो डिजिटल में आएगा, और ये अपना अभी जो बात कर रहे हैं इसका इनपुट होगा वो. So input can be either analog or digital. If you connect say soil moisture, temperature, or rainfall, wind speed, these all are analog nature data. So that's why inputs are analog or digital, but outputs are only digital outputs. Right? Okay. So here we have 14 digital IO pins and 16 analog input pins. We'll see each and every pin of Arduino Uno in coming slides. Okay. Don't worry about that. And it is having of 32 kilobyte of flash memory to hold our programs. Right? And also it is having 2 KB of SRAM, see, static RAM. So if someone wants to know more about this, you just go to memory hierarchy. There virtual memory, main memory, and so on. So what is virtual memory, how much it can be there, what is the what is the job of that memory. Then just below that, main memory. So you just go through that computer organization, computer architecture and organization concept. So you can understand that if it is required, but as of now it is not required. For anyone who wants to know more about that, just go for that concept. And also this Arduino, it is clocked at 16 megahertz. Again clock. Why? For synchronization. And why for, what is synchronization here? Timing issues. What is timing issues? Because at certain point, certain instant, it need to trigger. Right? For that, so in programming or everywhere we use this thing, and based on clock speed, the speed of the operations also been done. Because in how many clock cycles one instruction can be executed. Because these Arduino boards are made on the 8-bit RISC processors, actually reduced instruction set computer. We have two things. One is reduced instruction set computer and complex instruction set computer. So this is on RISC based, right? So okay, if you want to know more about that, then you may refer to those things, RISC and CISC process. Then Mega. So first we discussed about Uno. So here we are discussing one by one. What is Arduino Uno? What is Arduino Mega, Nano, Micro, Lilypad, and so on. 4-5 boards will be discussing, and for what kind of applications we need this kind of boards. So Uno is the basic board. In many applications we need Uno, actually, right? And if Uno is there, then what is the necessity of Mega, and where we use Mega, and what are the different features are available for Mega, rather instead of Uno, upon Uno, right? That we'll see here now. So first we'll see all the boards. Next we'll go for Arduino Uno with complete description, and also the video graph, which is showing you all the boards physically, right? So that you can see all boards here. So that video graph also I'm going to show you. And also one more thing, what in next class onwards, what will be going to what is our plan, that also I discussed here in coming slides, right? So Mega. So you can see the board here now. Again, I told you one thing. In above board you can see their Arduino. In below one you can see their Genuino. See, both the boards are same, but how the different, just I'll let you know after this one. Okay. Mega. So here Mega is based on Atmega 2560 microcontroller. Actually, in those applications, those kind of applications which are required more number of IO pins and serial communication capabilities, right? And even flash. Flash means like memory. Like suppose, let's say your program, it is very huge program. Then you cannot do with Arduino Uno. I'll let you know one particular example for this one. 3D printer. Because in 3D printer, we'll be having a lot of like inputs and outputs. First thing, in 3D printers will be required 2 plus 4. So around 5 motors, 5 stepper motors there, right? Extruder, right? Temperature of the heating plate, right? And also the execution capacity. Suppose what thing you are going to print, 3D print actually. Let's say one particular what is that? Something like one particular frame, or let's say nowadays more popular, what is that? Mask, right? Hard mask, right? Anything you can print with, and always these things, what is it? Robotic parts like robo arm, robo shoulder, right? All parts like, right? So for these, for those kind of things, we need to have design. And if you apply design as the input, then in output you'll be getting one object kind of thing. Actually, you'll be printing that. So there we need more, I mean, large program actually, because by combining all these things, program always obviously it is going to be very huge. And second thing it is that more input output pins required there. Why? See, 5 motors you are going to control. 5 motors means, you see now, right? Or there or one motor shield it is required, controller, right? So that is not possible with right? So for that kind of applications in which large program and lot many input output pins are required and serial communication capabilities are required, then obviously we need the mega. And here you can see 54 digital input output pins. There 14 input output pins where in but in mega 54 IO pins, digital IO pins. And how many analog pins? Sorry. 16 analog input pins. There 6 analog input pins, right? And it is having 256 KB of flash memory, like to save your program, and 8 KB of SRAM, which can make your processor of more speed. And here clock speed it is same, 16 megahertz, right? Next, Nano. Arduino Nano. So in our classroom, we did one experiment on Nano, which is that. Hello, someone is okay. So actually, Nano. Then what do you think about Nano now? See, Mega with Mega, how it is different, right? Think it is that more capabilities, right? Larger programs. Then what is Nano? What is Nano here? Is it because of size or what? We'll see now. See, actually, it is not different than the but sometimes we need the applications are space specific, like site specific applications, like because our end device it need to be more smaller or more portable, right? In that case, because Arduino it is in size bulky than the Nano it is a small chip. You can see in video actually how small it is in comparatively with right? So it is a very small board. So but capabilities point of view, you cannot find any difference here, because same it is having 14 digital IO pins, and whereas in same 14 digital, but whereas analog pins you can see here 8 analog input pins, but there are only 6 analog pins in Arduino but in Nano 8 pins. That means what? Nano it is more like more application sensitive than the and here 16 KB of flash memory and 2 KB of SRAM, right? But see, if you compare with Nano, it is having certainly some possibilities which are greater than the right? So but thing it is, what is the use of Nano here? For space sensitive applications. In certain applications, device size it should not be greater than certain point. For that you can use Nano, and same applications you can construct over Nano, but applications which are already constructed over right? Then Micro. See, actually, practically, I have not seen micro, but what is how is the different? We'll see here now. It is based on ATmega 32U4, right? Even smaller than nano, right? Smallest official Arduinos, like it is very tiny one, and 20 digital IO pins and 12 analog inputs. See, this is also having higher capabilities, even more higher capabilities actually. That means what? Here chip size it is going to reduced, but capabilities are, like in capabilities point of view, it is not, I mean, that matter. Next, yeah, gamma. If you, how many ports are there here? You can clearly see how many, very less number of pins are there. If you see here, more number of pins are there. You can see pins there, teeths, right, outside teeths. But here you can see those aluminum coats, aluminum color coats. You can see how many there, how many of them there are here, right? So we'll see for what kind of applications these things are needed actually. See, it is not that bigger size actually. It is very, very smaller in size. And for what applications we need this one? It's a 80 microcontroller, only 3 digital IO pins and 1 analog pin, right? And 8 megahertz of clock, where we have seen in all Arduinos, it is 16 megahertz clock. That means what? Speed is also very less here. When clock speed is less, the speed, the processing speed also, it is very less, because for instructions, instruction execution time, it will be calculated over the T states. T state means what? In one time state, how many, I mean, what is the part of instruction it is executed. So for one instruction, let's say 3 T states, 4 T states, 5 T states, and 6 T states. In that way it is there actually, if you know about microprocessor concepts, right? So now megahertz means frequency. What is T state? T is equal to 1 by F, right? In that matter, if you see how the speed dominates there actually, right? So it is the, for wearable electronics, we use this kind of boards for wearable electronics. Yesterday we have discussed about what is that, heart rate monitoring, right? But not that kind of application. Let's say it is continuously measuring your blood pressure, right? For that kind of applications, right? And it is like Fitbit. Okay, so it will be monitoring 3-4 metrics of the human body, right? But the some higher version of this board, which is for same, that is also for wearable electronics, but for higher applications, I mean, for larger applications, which is having more, I mean, matrices. So LilyPad, and here how it is different than, yeah, gamma. So with this one, we can construct a more powerful wearable project actually, as compared with the gamma. And here the processor used, which is same as ATmega 328 or 168 even, right? And runs over the voltage range from 2.7 volts to 5.5. But here gamma, it is only at 3.7 volts, and it is having 14 digital and 6 analog pins, but where gamma is having how many? 3 digital and 1 analog, right? And it is having flash of 16 KB. Yeah, you can see all these boards physically now. This is yeah, USB and power. Black one is, it is power socket from AC, and analog and digital pins. and USB. See here, type A, what we say, C type, A type, B type, right? So this is A type 1, and male thing, male to male. Sometime we might be having the jumpers of female type, so we can use that. And this one, it is nano, B type USB. And see nano, how small it is, then how small it is this one. And if you see, compare micro, then because I have not seen micro yet. Okay, this is nano one, but I am not having this, micro. So this is mega, which is larger in size. See how many pins are there here now. Lot more pins are there. And same here, A type USB and power socket is there. A type USB. And this one, it is ESP8266 node MCU, C type, this one. But I'll let you know why it is not there in our discussion, because this is on like shield, actually some extra Wi-Fi shield it is connected on the board, and which is a special purpose Arduino, you can say, right? So I'll discuss these so many other shields also there. I'll discuss all those things in one go in coming sessions. Yeah, this one, it is Raspberry Pi. In Raspberry Pi, you can see its side 40 pins are there. These are 40 pins, male pins. And you can see these two are HDMI connectors. HDMI means you can connect two like displays, let's say your monitors at a time, and 4 USB ports, 2 USB ports of type 2 and type 3, 2, and this is your mount, SD card mount. So you can keep extra memory, this one for installation of operating system. So here, as you have seen, like Raspberry Pi, it's a like small computer. Everything are there on the chip, single chip. You can connect Ethernet cable. You have seen, I mean, have you seen that Ethernet cable? Yes, I'll show you. One Ethernet cable also you can connect over there. Yeah, this one, this side one, bottom one, that is Ethernet cable actually. Right. So besides 2 to 4 USB ports, next one it is Ethernet cable port actually. Right. So 2 to 4 USB cables, 4 USB ports, and what is that? One Ethernet cable and 3.2 mm jack. That means you can connect it for extras, sound hardware, and some display, internal displays also even you can connect there. In internal displays also you can connect over there actually, right? That possibility is all there. And two HDMI ports, and one is C-type power clamp. So that means a system on chip actually. That means if you compare with Arduino, the Raspberry Pi can do a lot of things in single run, but in Arduino you can do a same job can be repeatedly. Suppose by using we have discussed this Arduino Mega specifically for let's say 3D printer kind of applications. So what 3D printer can do? If you give one design, that it will be printed. And if that is finished, then you'll be giving a one more design. That means what? Same task, it is repeated. Repeatedly, it will be accomplished actually. But it is not like in Raspberry Pi. In Raspberry Pi, we can have their one its own operating system over there. That means it is a dedicated computer kind of thing. So we will be using Raspberry Pi like for what is that gateways, means which will be connecting lot of Arduino Unos together, and which will be connected to one gateway. That gateway, it will be designed by using Raspberry Pi. So this 30-hour session, even like first we'll be discussing, we'll be taking on Arduinos, and for each Arduino we'll be developing different applications, and I'll be like showing you here and hands-on experiment kind of thing. You can see from over there, and everything on video I'll be showing. And second thing, we'll be doing something on Raspberry Pi also. But in Raspberry Pi, we'll be developing like applications. Okay, I'll tell you one particular application here now. What we'll be doing on Raspberry Pi. These things, supermarkets. In supermarkets, billing machines. In supermarket, billing machines we can construct with Raspberry Pi. Right? See, you might have seen in supermarkets, suppose you got some sabji, fruits, all in a basket, and when you go towards billing counter, there what they will do, they first keep what is water lemon on the weighing machine. Weighing machine means, again, I have discussed in initially at the starting of this class, by using load cell and Uno. These two things, yeah, we can make a weighing machine. That weighing machine output, that means this output, it is connected to your Raspberry Pi. And what Raspberry Pi will do, okay, what is the category of that whether a sabji or fruit actually? Okay, that will be A2324 code number for watermelon actually. Then okay, that it will be calculated. What is the price actually? Okay, that bill, it will be generated. Next, some kind of sabji, tomatoes. Then next, some what is that, dal of half kg, rice of 4 kgs, right? So these different things, single job here actually. Got it or not? Even with RFID again, Arduino project. With RFID, you can read the barcodes, or you can read those things, and you can segregate things. Okay, what is the price there? Immediately that will be going to your Raspberry Pi. So that kind of application, yes, we will be doing by what is that, Raspberry Pi with the Python programming. Okay, with Python programming and somewhat Java also needed over there. With these two things on Raspberry Pi, we'll be going to develop that also, and that is also not big deal actually. That we'll see. Okay, so we'll be from these class onwards, we'll be discussing what are the Arduino applications, different Arduinos, and why that particular Arduino it has chosen for that application, right? So we'll be discussing for each and every applications over there. And second thing, it is in second session on Raspberry Pi with Python programming, right? So Raspberry Pi Python programming, it will be going to start in 22nd or 23rd onwards. Okay, so Arduino, one second please. Sorry. Arduino, now we'll see each and every, I thought to explain you one more thing. Yeah, can you see here now, in above board it is written Arduino, but in below one it is written Genuino. There Arduino Mega, and below it is Genuino Mega. And here that it is Arduino Uno, and here it is Genuino Uno. So what is Arduino and what is Genuino? Sir, actually I thought to buy, I went to shop to buy Arduino Uno, but there actually I got Genuino Uno, right? So, okay, then which one we need to buy? Whether Arduino and Genuino, I mean, how they are different actually. See, Arduino and Genuino, both of the things, they are same. Again, I'll tell you one thing. Here, actually, Arduino, it is designed by Arduino company in Italy, and these Arduino boards are manufactured by Arduino approved companies over the globe. And these boards in USA, they name as Arduino, and entire other world, they name as Genuino actually. But everything, they are same actually. There is no difference between these two boards. Okay, so don't be confused of Arduino and Genuino. Both of these things are same thing. It is that only the nomenclature based on the spatial things actually, like wherever, I mean, aerial point of view. Okay, so no need to worry about that. Yeah, so here Arduino Uno now. First we'll see what are these. Number one means we have seen in physical board, their USB connection will be there actually, right? So what all the pins actually, what is the meaning of those pins, we'll be discussing here now. First one, it is power USB cable, means you can connect your Arduino Uno to the computer. Okay, once I started this means I'll finish everything, all things related to this USB. Okay, why we need to connect USB to computer actually, this board Arduino Uno to computer? What is the necessity actually? Because to program this one, I want to program this Arduino Uno to blink an LED. To blink an LED means half of second it will be on and half of second it will be off, right? Or RGB, three kinds of LEDs, they will be keeps on and off. They are glowing like on and off alternatively, right? For that kind of application, first I need to write a program to accomplish the task. But here you cannot write the program in this board. So what we do, we need to write the program in computer. So to write program there, we need one editor kind of thing, sketch over there. So that it will be Arduino IDE. That software actually we need to download from Arduino website, and you open editor over there and you write the program there. So you can see here now, yes, right? On Arduino IDE, you can open the program. So you can open that IDE over there, you write the program, right? Arduino sketch, and that program via USB, it will be transmitted to the compiled code, it will be transmitted to the board through USB cable. Got it or not? So how to write the program? First of all, how to download the Arduino IDE, how to write the program, and how to compile that sketch, and how to upload it to board. All the things, like how to first, before uploading board, we need to interface the board to the computer. How to interface? How, see, not merely connecting USB cable from computer to board, it won't do all the job, right? Some interfacing things also need to be there. So I'll show you these each and every step by step in next class. We'll first how to download it, how to install it, after installation, how to open the IDE, how to write the program. Let's say we'll instantly we'll consider over one application and we have one task, and we write a concerned program of that, and that program, and then again interfacing, connecting this Arduino board to the computer, then interfacing how to make sure that the board it is, yes, connected to the computer, and how to upload the program on the board, and after uploading, just remove your USB cable, connect the power jack, and start the USB, sorry, start the Arduino Uno, so that it will be accomplishing its task, given task by the program. That all we'll see step by step. Okay, so don't miss in between actually. Please be regular for classes, so that I'll be explaining each and everything step by step. Right? Okay, not only explaining, I'll be showing you here over video, over photographs, right? So that if you keep those things in hard copies, even I'm going to send you all these PDF form slides. So with the help of these things, you can do on your own actually, right? So so USB cable, it is either to power supply or for to dump the code, okay, to interface with the computer. And second one, you can see there the power jack. So any 5 volts power supply from 5 volts what we say that power socket, you can directly connect over there, or if you have certain like charger kind of thing, then you can directly even connect to AC also, 230 volts AC, so that which will be dropped to 5 volts, and from there directly it is connected to this jack, right? Then yeah, I'll show you here now. Then third one, it is voltage regulator. Why? Because sometimes left. It might be, hello?
You have only 4 minutes left.
Yes, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Then third one, it is voltage regulator, because sometimes we might be giving like knowingly, unknowingly some higher voltages, but till 20 volts of voltage, it regulates the voltage actually. That means it won't harm the your Arduino board, right? For that purpose, voltage regulator it is needed there. And fourth one, it is crystal oscillator, because I told you, right, in all Arduino boards clock speed 16 megahertz, sometimes it is 8 megahertz. So this deals with this, because that frequency is generated by the crystal oscillator actually, right, to deal with the time issues. Then 5 and 17, you can just point over there, pin number 5 and pin number 17. Can you point over there these two pins? Yes, 17 and 5 pins are for reset. Means what is reset pin it will do actually? ये प्रोग्राम को फिर पहले से स्टार्ट करेगा, फर्स्ट से स्टार्ट करेगा. मतलब एक प्रोग्राम जो एक टास्क जो रन हो रहा है, वो टास्क को फिर फर्स्ट से स्टार्ट करेगा. वो मतलब कभी बीच में कहीं फंस गया, कहीं प्रोग्राम मतलब ठीक से नहीं आ रहा है आउटपुट, उस समय में आप क्या करना होगा, आपको ये रिसेट बटन को प्रेस करना होगा, जिससे प्रोग्राम फिर से रीसेट मतलब रीस्टार्ट होगा, मतलब फर्स्ट से स्टार्ट होगा, और फर्स्ट से करेगा, फिर फर्स्ट से एग्जीक्यूट करेगा, राइट. सो हियर 17 इज द एक्सटर्नल रिसेट, जिससे आप प्रेस कर सकते हो. बट सेम वे फिफ्थ पिन, इट इज एक्चुअली विथ वन पिन, एक्चुअली विथ वन पिन, मतलब कि कोई दूसरा डिवाइस कनेक्ट किया, उससे आप रिसेट करना चाहते हो, राइट, विथ सम एक्सटर्नल डिवाइस. Okay, so both the pins are same. 17 and 5 are for reset. See, no need to remember all these things actually. See, no need to remember. These are only information kind of things only. बोर्ड के ऊपर ये है, इसका मीनिंग क्या है, इसका मतलब क्या है, बस उतना ही. कोई इसको याद रखने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. और ऊपर में देखने से भी आपको, देखिए 17 पिन का नीचे से लिखा हुआ है, देखिए वहां रिसेट, और आप फिफ्थ पिन के ऊपर भी लिखा हुआ है डायरेक्टली रिसेट. बोर्ड के ऊपर खुद ही लिखा रहेगा, बट आपको मीनिंग पता होना चाहिए इसका मतलब क्या है, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूं ये सब चीज. ओके, देन 6, 7, 8, 9 आर पावर पिंस. आप एक बार देखने से, ओके, सिक्स्थ पिन देखिए एक बार 3.3 वोल्ट, सेवंथ पिन देखिए 5 वोल्ट, और 8 पिंस, 2 पिन है वहां, ग्राउंड पिंस एक्चुअली, राइट. एंड 9th पिन देखिए आपको वी इन, मतलब वी इन का मतलब क्या है एक्चुअली, वी इन का मतलब ये है, आप ये जो 2 नंबर पिन देख रहे हो ना, ब्लॉक जॉक, वहां से पावर सप्लाई देने से आपको बाहर से एसी से देना पड़ेगा, आपके पास मतलब वहां से देने का नहीं है, तो डायरेक्टली आपका 5 वोल्ट है ना, तो 9 पिन से दे सकते हो आप डायरेक्टली, 9 पिन से 5 वोल्ट डायरेक्टली आप दे सकते हो।
टाइम अप सर, काइंडली कंक्लूड।
ओके ओके सर, ओके, 1 मिनट सर, 1 मिनट में फिनिश कर रहा हूं। देन A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 are analog pins, right? And you can see at 15, all these groups are, yeah, digital input output pins actually, digital IOs, right? और 16 में आप देख रहे होंगे ये रेफ, मतलब रेफरेंस, मतलब आपको कभी एक आउटपुट में एक आउटपुट पिन आ रहा है ना, उसमें से आपको 1 और 0 आएगा, क्योंकि डिजिटल बोला था ना मैंने, you either you might be getting 1 or 0, so 1 means 5 volts, 0 means 0 volts, तो ये 5 volts, 1 means 5 volts आ रहा है या उससे ज्यादा आ रहा है, उससे कम आ रहा है, उसको कंपेयर करने के लिए, whether you are getting above the 5 volts or below the 5 volts or equal to 5 volts, to refer, for that reference you can connect over from 16th pin, whether you are getting exactly with that value or not. To know that, you can connect over reference pin, 16th pin, and 14th, here transmitter and receiver LEDs. Suppose your Arduino Uno which is connected to the cloud, मतलब क्लाउड को डेटा सेंड, डेटा ट्रांसमिशन करने के लिए अगर कनेक्ट उस काइंड ऑफ एप्लीकेशन में अगर यूज कर रहे हैं, इफ यू आर यूजिंग सच काइंड ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस, देन फॉर ट्रांसमिशन रिसेप्शन दीज 2 LEDs विल बी blinking actually, so that you can see, okay, मेरा data transfer हो रहा है, okay, my data, it is going, yeah, it is under reception or under transmission, you can see that. And 13th one, which is one power LED actually, as soon as you keep the power, that LED, it will glow actually, with that you can know that, okay, power supply it is going on for the board, right? And 11th, it is the main heart of the board, which is we discussed, right? Atmel 386 board, microcontroller, that microcontroller, it is this one actually, the 328 microcontroller.
Time up, sir. Please
Okay,
conclude.
thank you. So in next class onwards, we'll be discussing all these things in clear way. Arduino first, Arduino with each and every applications, and next Raspberry Pi. And even we'll be dealing with real type, real life kind of projects. Let's say, what is that? Your supermarket billing machine, right? That even that we'll be going to develop by using Raspberry Pi with Arduino, sorry, with Python programming. Okay, so please be regular, so that you won't be missing anything. Okay, any doubt?